To the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Zerline's got it teed up, and off we go from Arlington. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the first down. They snap it to Herbert. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 63 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. Pollard now a 1st down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, 51 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Zerline connects on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Escaping the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Herbert. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. These two teams all tied after one. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5.
Touchdown, LA! Steven Anderson, 33 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Wiggles free, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. His first catch, and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Prescott to throw it. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the turnover, here's Herbert. That is caught by Anderson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Flush to his right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal. They nearly had the touchdown, but he's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run from Austin Eckler. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On first down, it's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds downs after getting this one across the 40. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. On first down, Justin Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first and 10, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it second and 10. Herbert back to the air. This is swung out to Eckler. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring up a third down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big game that time for the Chargers.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Steps away to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Now Herbert, third and goal. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. No score after one on EA Sports. Back to Taylor on first down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Give Uchenna Nwosu the credit for the stuff.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. To throw, it's Wentz. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Wentz. He'll check this down to Hines. Touchdown, Colts. Nyheim Hines. A 16-yard touchdown. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
From the 38, Herbert. It's complete to Cook. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 18. Here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Herbert. Flushed out right. And a throw right sideline is complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Joshua Kelly as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Kaiser White. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, it might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 42 yards out. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go to the ground again with Taylor. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Wentz's throw complete here to Doyle. And just shutting him off there. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. To throw is Wentz. Forced out to his left. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. Badgley's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Second and 9. Herbert. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage yards before being dropped inside the 40. A big gain that time for the Chargers. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Here's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw taken in by Pascal. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Hines. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Second and 5. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Taylor's got the 1st down and more. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. 58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Back to throw. Wentz. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz. This to Hines on the drop-off. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now Herbert. Flush to his right. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 14.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out in the end. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but yeah, you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.